coming here today and being with us, and happy to be a part of this discussion.
Amazing. So over the years, Madhuri ji, Bollywood has evolved significantly, as I'm sure we will all agree. But with you sharing this journey of over 40 years in the business, what's been the most defining change you have felt that has taken place in all this time?
You know, there was a time when I used to be on the set, and the only women on the set used to be me, my co-actors, and the hairdressers. I had not seen any woman in any other department except these, and very, very, very few women directors. Sai Paran's only name I knew at that time was a woman and directed films. Now, when I came back and I walk onto the sets, there are women in every department, whether they are ADs or DOPs, writers, more directors than they used to be, and women everywhere, which I think is very heartening to see. And that's a very, very big change that
I'm sure that has been. And of course, as we all know, you're a wonderful daughter, mother, wife. How have you felt this evolution in cinema has impacted your personal life? And as for many of us, how have you managed that with your amazing career?
आवाज आ रही है आप सबको? Okay. Well, I think, you know, when I was unmarried and I was fancy free and I was just working and I was doing a lot of films, people asked me, how was life, you know, when you were working? There was no life when I was working. I was just working. We were doing 2 shifts, 3 shifts. So most of the time was spent on sets. I think I actually lived my life after I got married. And I had kids and I finally had all the adventures one has in life. I had a wonderful partner. I do have a wonderful partner. And, you know, we share a lot of things which are outside. You know, we talk about a lot of other things. And it was a beautiful life, even when I was in Denver. Everybody dreams of a life for themselves. And, you know, having a family and, you know, having your own house and a husband, and, you know, that was also a big part of my own dream for myself.
Every girl's dream about that dream, Prince Charming.
So I was living a dream then too. And of course, then I decided to come back to films. It's my passion. I love what I do. And very few people can say that, you know, in life, that they are doing what they love doing and they're passionate about. So I think I'm very, very fortunate. So I came back. And I think when you actually live life, you kind of mature as people. You are faced with so many different situations. And then when you are doing a movie or you're acting, all those experiences kind of make you better actors, I feel. All your life experiences help you to make better actors. And that's exactly what I felt when I came back.
Amazing. As Guneet just mentioned, there is so many iconic characters you've played. And a personal favorite, and I'm sure the audience will agree, being Mohini. With these films, which has been your most memorable, iconically female-led character, and why?
I think every film I did, I was very fortunate that I got characters which were very strong. They were strong women. Whether it was Beta or a Dil or Raja or, you know, Dil To Pagal Hai or Mrityudand. I mean, that is one film that I really enjoyed making. Also because for me, it was like pushing the envelope as a woman.
Absolutely.
Because people considered me to be the baby of commercial films. And Mrityudand was considered to be an art film. And the two were like separate things. You couldn't merge the two. And I said, no, I want to do it because it's a great role. And it's about women empowerment. It's about women standing up and speaking for herself. And that's the kind of message I'd like to give to the people. And that is one of my memorable films for me.
Amazing. And then, of course, the subject of social media. So you've seen a time in the industry and the business of cinema where social media didn't exist. And today, for many of the young actresses, their career is often led by their social media. How have you felt about that? What have you done to adapt to that? Or how do you think that differs in their career development as a girl?
Well, I think, you know, when I was working initially, films were the mainstay. That was a form of entertainment. There was nothing else. There were films, or you go out and you eat with your family, or, or watching films was one of the mainstays of entertainment. But today you have so many other, venues, like you have the OTT, you have the social media, you have Insta, you have Twitter. There's so many things that are at your fingertips, and you can get your, entertainment from. I think today they are not only movie stars. They're stars in every other. There are Twitter stars, there are Insta stars, there are, YouTube stars, and so I think it's become huge. I mean, it's become like, it's not just one mainstay. It's like you have so many different things, and you have stars from every different, entertainment arm, you could say. And so I think in today's day and age, yes, you can be a social media star as well, where what you think, what you feel, your daily life, your thoughts, come into play, and you can influence people by all that. And I think I basically use my social media to do that. If I have something to say, if I have to clear up something, or I have something to say, I say it on Twitter or on my social media, or I just have fun with it, making reels. And so, I think I have adopted the social media as well into my, and made it my own.
I was just going to say, yeah, I think it's about enjoying yourself, whether it's your real life or real life, as they say. So I'm sure. You also are someone who transitioned from an acting career into producing, obviously, which is a very different realm, which Guneet will shortly share as well, what that meant. How was that transition, and what was the decision behind this?
Well, I think because I've been in front of the camera all this time, there is, something that you would like to tell the audience, or you want your film to say to the audience. And I thought, as a producer, I would have that control over what I want to say and the way I want to say.
And did you get that control as a producer?
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I made my first, I made 2 regional films in Marathi language, and the first one was 15 August, which Netflix liked, and they just took it right away, so it went straight to OTT. And my second film released in the theater called Panchak, which was on superstitions and how one should not be carried away by them. And the first one was about freedom and what freedom means to you. I mean, there are different kind of freedoms. Freedoms to love who you want to, freedom to, even die when you want to, Do you really have those freedoms? So it talked about all that. And I thought that this was something different and something that had not been discussed before.
Amazing. And what do you think, of course, from your dance perspective as well? We all know what an amazing dancer you have, and you've created this platform to help new talent, nurture young girls and boys who want to step in from that art form. How did that come about a little bit, and what that means in your entire career?
Well, I think dance has been an integral part of Hindi filmmaking. Music, dance, it's very cultural, it's very traditional, it's very in our, veins and blood. It's something that we really enjoy. Every festivity has it, whether it's marriage or Diwali or just a party at home, everybody loves to dance. And I thought that what if I could teach people, to dance? And that's when me and my husband came up with the idea of creating an edutech for dance, which was called Dance with Madhuri. And we were online where people could come and learn, and it was all free. We were also.
How many of us would like to dance with Madhuri?
Yes, and I did teach on that as well. And few of my very, very popular numbers were taught by me on the site. And I thought, it brings me so much joy in my own life. And I thought, what if I could share that with everybody else? So
that's a lovely point as well.